Alright guys, this video is about splitting up the crew, splitting up the Straw Hats. Now I'm not the only one to make a video on this, but I got a couple of visualizations for you all because, in my opinion, I think it's getting a little bit out of hand and I need to see these guys back together. Now let's take a look at the bookshelf. Let's take a good look at the bookshelf. This is the volume right here where the last time we see the Straw Hats all together. It's volume 71. So this is it. And if you're paying attention to the series, they're still not together. So this, all the way to the end, is when the Straw Hats are split up. And this, what chapter is in this fucking volume here? 921. And we're at like, what, 950 something now? So like, there's like a few more, there's like 3 more volumes. Or maybe even more than that. I mean, I don't know the exact number of chapters per volume. I know it varies. But let's just say 3 or 4 more volumes that, are not even printed yet. And, that's like half a bookshelf since the Straw Hats have last been together. I counted it up. It's 21 volumes. And let's just say the extra ones, say 24, 25 volumes. For reference, if we're talking about from the beginning of the series, 25 volumes deep, you're in fucking Skypiea. You're getting to Skypiea. You just got to Skypiea. That's from the East Blue to Skypiea. Imagine that. Like, the Straw Hats have not been together in that much time. From the time that they went from the very first chapter to Skypiea. They have been separated, man. And, I know he's telling his story and everything, and I know it's all going to finally come together in this Wano arc, but, man, when this series is over, we're going to look back and be like, well, and first of all, it's not even confirmed it's going to be 24 volumes. It could end up being more, but, besides that, we're going to look back and be like, man, that One Piece was a great story, man, but there's like 28, 29, maybe even 30 volumes in there in the middle where the crew was just not together the whole time. Like, they were off doing their own shit. There's a big old Dressrosa arc, 10 volumes, that half the crew's not there. There's another big old Whole Cake Island arc, 8 volumes, half the crew's not there. And then they get back together in Wano, but, they're kind of together. They're kind of doing their own thing. And then, then they finally get back together, and then the series ends. It's great. Yeah, like, you're going to be saying that shit. You're going to be like, fuck, man, there's a big hole in the story where it's like, just all of a sudden for 30 straight volumes, they're just off doing their own things. And the stories have been great, so I can't complain that much. But at the end of the day, I do prefer when the Straw Hats are together because, you get less storylines. I'm not saying like, oh, there's too many storylines, it's too hard to follow, but when you had like one adventure, Straw Hats doing one thing, and then little tributaries of doing other things, like, it's pretty easy to follow. Now it's kind of like you really have to be reminded every volume, like, oh, Chopper and whoever is here, Zoro's here, Luffy's here, Robin's here, she's doing this, he's doing that. I know it's not the first time the Straw Hats have split up, because every arc they split up eventually, they go do something, but like, this is just getting ridiculous at this point. I mean, look at this. Look at this. That's that's half a fucking bookshelf. It's been. Like, what's going on? And I guess you get, like, Zoe. Okay, 2 volumes in here. We had everyone besides Sanji. So, I guess you could say it's kind of got a little break, because that's just minus 1 crew member, okay? Like, let's just say, for the sake of argument here, we forget about Sanji and just say, all right, they were all together in Zoe. I'm willing to make that concession, but still, you got this big old chunk, and you got this big old chunk, and like I said earlier, we have like probably 24 confirmed volumes that, it's been since the last time they were together. Probably gonna end up being, I know I was saying 30 earlier in that example. It might not be 30, because that would be another 60 chapters. I don't see it being that long, but let's just say like 25 or 26 full volumes. I mean, that's a full. I mean, that's a Skypiea. That's a quick Skypiea run. Like, oh, let's just go to Skypiea. but we're not together. It's just getting a little out of hand. I'm just like, all right, let's get them all back together. Let's just put the crew split up thing behind us, and let's just go to the end game where everyone's together, and it's one journey. It's one big adventure. It's probably going to be starting at Elbaf, from Elbaf to Laugh-Tale. Is that what we're calling it now? I think I'll be calling it Laugh-Tale now because honestly it sounds kind of cool. But from Elbaf to Laugh-Tale to wherever the fuck they go, I just want them to be all together. And Jinbei. I mean, can you imagine if they all join up in this arc? Like, you have a nice big panel with all of them and Jinbei's not in that? I mean, come on. We also got to wait for him to show up to Wano. So that might even extend extend this crew fully not together. They might be fully together and be like, oh, they're all back, but then wait a minute, Jinbei's technically part of the crew now and he's not here, so can we say they're all together yet? Technically we're really pushing it back, but I'm just waiting, man. I'm just waiting. And it's not to say that Dressrosa wasn't, Dressrosa was a little too long for my taste, but look at that. That's all Dressrosa. Look at that. That's just like a big chunk of the bookshelf is all one story arc. But it was fine. I like Dressrosa. I really like Dressrosa. The crew was split up. And Whole Cake Island, I love that they brought the crew members that weren't in Dressrosa went to Whole Cake Island. I thought it was a great little compromise. The crew's still split up, but, this crew gets to do this arc, and then this crew gets to do this arc. Fine. That's cool. Wano, they all get to do it. But just get them back together already. I'm sick of the wandering around. I'm sick of for lack of a better term, dicking around. Because that's what they're doing right now. They're really setting things up. And, it's all going to be fine by the end of the arc. We're going to look back. It's like, oh, it was a great setup. All this stuff had to be set up in Act 2. It's great. But, week to week, we're like, all right, they're dicking around a little bit. Let's get things moving, Let's get things going. So, yeah, that's what I got to say about splitting up the crew again. I just wanted to give that visualization. Just look at that. Look at that. That's how long they've been apart. And, I mean, if we tallied up all the times they were apart, it'd probably be more. But yeah, it's been since then, and I'm running out of room on this shelf, on the bookshelf, so we're going to have to go down a little bit more when the next volumes come out. And it's going to extend out to here a little bit. They're still apart, so just crazy. It's just crazy that they've been apart for so long. It's been since, I don't even know the year, but it's been years, man. It's been years. So can't wait to see them all back together again. And yeah, that's all I got for this one. I'm signing out.